What's up, YouTube? The Average Gamer Shawn here, doing another average rant for you guys. I'm still here with my good buddy Zeno Lord and my sister Samira.
Hi.
Hello.
And today, as you can tell by the title of the video, we're talking about common sense and where the fuck did it go?
That's a very good question. Kids these days don't have it. It's like the 90s era absorbed all of it and we ain't giving it back.
We really not.
We ain't giving it back.
It's not even that. Like, one of my college professors said some real shit one time. He was like, common sense really ain't that common.
It really isn't. It's like, that's the point to take away. It really is. That's why I like Charlemagne's new show, Uncommon Sense.
I think it's something you have to learn to develop as you grow up. Like maturity, like as you're growing up, you learn little by little about common sense and what to do, what not to do, how this goes, how the world works in some type of way. Right. But steadily as we grew up, we're seeing kids enter high school, middle school, elementary school. They're growing up seeing MTV music videos, how their parents act.
Yeah, they're being raised by the TV pretty much, and not by parents.
And internet.
And internet
now.
Oh my gosh, you heard my rant on that.
Yes, the internet is taking over and just saying fuck your common sense. Yeah. Do this because this is popular. Do this because it's happening now. Fuck everything else.
And when we say common sense, we're kind of encompassing a whole lot of things like social skills and things of that sort. It's like, you heard my last rant about customer service, and let's be real. Half of the people that walk into any store is a complete and total Jackie dumbass.
Yes. I want to say everybody.
I said 50%.
50%. Yeah.
I said half. I want to go higher, but I'm being nice.
That's on the weekends. It like the percent increases.
On the weekend. Oh yeah, true.
On Saturday,
Friday and Saturday.
Here's
Sunday they go home.
Sunday they're at church.
They're at church.
Or they're hungover.
Wait, but see, that's the problem though, because it's like, honestly, I blame the parents
for not parenting.
Yeah,
for being shitty parents.
Same difference.
No, because
not knowing what a condom is.
Jesus Christ.
Not knowing what a condom is. You know how many gas stations pop up every other month in Georgia or wherever you are in the States listening to this? You've seen either a Quick Trip pop up at random in a spot you don't remember it being, a fucking racetrack. They sell condoms by a 3-pack.
You can buy condoms individually. It's like cigarettes.
Yes,
you can buy one.
There's vending machines now. There's vending machines popping up where you can just turn a single. You know how you in the strip club and you see that?
Yeah.
They're popping up in more common places now.
They need
because
to.
We need to stop these kids popping up out of nowhere from the wrong baby mama, wrong baby daddy, or the right mama messing with the wrong nigga, or the wrong nigga messing with the cocky bitch who said I can suck your dick real good. Sorry, no censor in this video.
And my audience.
End up with babies.
God.
I don't know where this video just went, but goddamn.
Because between both of y'all, there is no common sense between y'all. Because A, one of y'all didn't say, hey, wrap it up. Or B, I am on birth control. It's okay. But still, wrap that thing up. Because
you talking about us for a second. I was like, damn, I got common sense.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Because there's way more to it than that, too. It's a lot of people out here who are becoming parents who didn't want to become parents in the first place.
Wait, let me elaborate on that. It's people out here becoming parents who weren't parented.
Yes. Either you live in a single parent household.
No, I'm just talking about in general. Like, don't do that shit because you don't play with fire because you're going to get burnt. You got people touching the fire thinking it's supposed to burn. What? I'm just saying.
But see, let me see how to put it.
Okay, why you think about that?
No, I have it.
Okay.
Basically, it's a lot of people who was growing up who don't have parenting skills, right?
Right.
Like, y'all, like we even saw this when we was kids growing up, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we always had that one kid in class who was just bad as hell.
But it was just one then.
No.
It's an army of them now.
A whole flock of them now. I'm just taking it back to what we have now, right?
Yeah.
It's like that one kid who was just bad as shit in class. All the kids saw it every day and wondered what was specifically wrong with him that always made him act this way, right?
Right.
And then when you tried to bring the shit to the parents' attention back then.
Wait, it's saving.
Oh.
Okay. I knew that.
Shit. But but it's like back then, like this kind of started happening as we got like older and farther in school. Like in elementary and like the first grade. Yeah, like in elementary and like middle school and stuff. If the teacher calls your house and tells you that your kid is like misbehaving,
you getting that ass beat.
Yes,
you getting your ass whooped, and then you getting a stern talking to because they trying to figure out what the fuck is going on to make you act like this, right? And that's what would happen. But it seems like when me and you, when we was in high school and shit, it was, I guess because like since we went to high school, it was a lot more sense of like freedom than middle school. Because remember when we was in like middle and elementary school, how we used to have to take home like our little like information packets and shit.
Oh yeah.
And like our parents would have to fill it out, and they would give down all their contact information. So if some shit went down, whether good or bad, our teachers could always contact our parents, and they would get the word first, and then, they could talk to the teacher one-on-one to really see what's going on, right? Versus when we got in 10th grade and they started just, giving us shit to take home. Mind you, we went to a pretty shitty high school back in like 2006 and 7 and shit.
True.
But it's like, what?
Shout out L-Town.
Hey, fuck that weak ass school. But
I'm talking about the whole goddamn school district in period. Shout out to Cal County.
Oh God.
See, I came from Gwinnett. I came from the White Crest, so I didn't have that.
Well, put a rose on your nose, nigga.
Huh? What?
But this is what happens though, right? But
I have that type of problem.
But see, here's the thing though. But it's like in 10th grade when we started like when they started giving us like the little information packets, and we were supposed to give them to our parents. It's like as we got older and shit, it's like I really don't want these people, calling my mom's house and stuff, because I'm tired of my mom bitching at me because the teacher keeps bitching at them about my behavior.
But then at that point,
but you see how that worked.
But
right?
at that point, you learned to at least straighten up while you were in public.
That's what I'm saying.
Kinda. But still, you weren't a complete asshole like you were, because you got tired of getting yelled at.
But see, here's the other thing too, though. It's some kids who honestly did not learn because they weren't taught the right way. It's like nowadays we have more of these parents out here who are like, "There's nothing wrong with my child. He's just unique and different. He learns
exactly.
That's and it's like, no, bitch, your child is a fucking terrorist, and you need to be a parent and stop babying him."
I wish y'all can see this. I wish you guys can see this.
I know. Okay, pause on that statement right there. My child is perfect, nothing wrong. It's because they're trying to be their friend.
Right.
There's fucking thing between friend and parent. Either you're a parent or you're an asshole with a kid.
Right.
That's all it is, because I'm in an apartment complex. Them kids up above us should have been asleep at 9 o'clock last night. Those motherfuckers up there running around playing polo and shit up there. Niggas down there with they fucking kids.
Like, you don't know about a polo.
I'm sorry. Get some culture, people, if you don't know what polo is. Or how about cricket? If you don't know what cricket is, I messed you up today, didn't I? Anyway, the kids around here. Yeah, I'm sorry. All y'all had was a rock and a stick and probably kicking the can like my damn daddy was doing. Anyway, sorry, Dad. But anyway, you can't be a friend. My parents were not my friend. They told me right from wrong. You fuck up, you go into jail. Point blank period. You keep fighting, you either gonna get your ass beat, killed, shanked, and you're gonna go to jail. If you break it, you bought it. Put your hands in your pocket. You ain't paying for it. Don't fucking touch it. See with your eyes. Be seen, not heard. That's how I grew up.
That's how we all.
That's how we all grew up in this room. Like I said, 90s kids. You fuck up. You either got pinched, hit upside your head, curb stop.
What the fuck is a pinch?
You don't know what a pinch is? It's like It's like a.
No, I know what a pinch is, but we didn't get that shit.
Okay, you know.
I got whoopings. I got the switch. I got the electric, not the electric cord.
We had the extension cord. I had a belt. My dad named his belt. I forgot what the fuck he called that motherfucker. I got hit with a flip flop from across the room. I got hit with the fucking ladle.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Okay, see, I didn't get all that because my mom and dad. Like, I don't know. It also depends on the environment that she was growing up in too, because it's like. You know what I'm saying? We had, like, me and my brothers, we had both of our parents there all the fucking time. So no matter what we needed, we could always go to one of them. Right?
That's another thing a lot of
even though
parents don't do anymore.
And it's like,
band together to help the kids. They don't do that anymore. You don't see that. You see that? That's a rarity now. And people just want to thumbs up and congratulate because they fucking up. They ain't doing what they doing. They ain't doing what that parent's doing.
And it's like, and even though I do have like a better relationship with my mom than my dad, it's like both of them still equally taught me a lot of stuff that I would need to know from when I got older and how to handle things or whatever, right? And then I also had the guidance of my brothers too, and like my other like extended family from when like they would come and visit and stay with us and all that shit. So for me, I was always learning new shit from the people that I was around.
Yeah.
And my whole thing is too what Quentin was talking about, where it's like people are always like, they constantly congratulate their kids and shit, that creates a very terrible attitude for them later on. Because if you constantly applaud your kid and pat them on the back for everything that they do, even if they are extremely shitty at it, instead of just telling them, you don't even have to be a dick about it. You can just say, hey,
nice try. We're
try
gonna try
again. Let's keep practicing.
Failure is another step to learning.
Yeah, like, hey, that was a good try, but try to do it this way. And, just kind of like just help them become better.
Because
don't
they
just
have to learn that you're going to stumble and fall. You're going to be in a hole a time or two in your life growing up as a young adult. That way you know from your mistakes when you were 20, and between your 20s and 30s, so when you're 45 and up, that light bulb stays on. The fucking electric service is constantly running up there.
Well,
you know what the fuck you're doing.
And you won't wind up like them old people. You won't wind up like those weird ass old people who be down there at 5 points, who be like 45 to 70 years old, still posted up on the block like they're 15 and 16, trying to holler at every girl who walks by. And if you don't acknowledge,
they got a man or got a woman next to them, and be like,
no, nigga. And it was just,
no, wait. I think the point that we're all trying to make is
the point about it is it always starts at home.
Right. Exactly.
If you don't have a good family unit or a strong foundation or none of that shit at home, just don't have kids. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that shit happens, right? I understand that sometimes people buy shitty condoms, people's pull-out games a week, hoes be lying, and it's a bunch of shit, right? Because in life, you never know.
But you also look at the family. If you say you need a supportive team, some families don't really support you at all. Like, see, if the girl is in dire straits, right?
Yeah.
She needs help from uncle, auntie, niece, nephew, or whoever's substantially, stable and can shell out some money here and there and say, don't worry about it, I know you need it, right? You ain't got that support sometimes. I've seen it happen. And that's shitty. That is so fucked up. Yeah. You talk about family this, family that. You post all that shit on Instagram, social media, but in reality, when you see behind the fucking shroud of shit, you see the real shit. See a whole pile of manure over there because
I can't tell you how many times I've just been on Facebook alone and I've just seen this post so many times. Family really ain't shit.
Right. And the point is that we're all really trying to bring this back full circle. It all starts at home, and people aren't being properly educated or raised to have
raised right.
Right, because like we said, we're all in this room. We're all like 90s babies, so we all grew up. You do this shit, you embarrass me, I'm gonna embarrass your ass. Yes. But these kids nowadays, these new age, what are they called? Millennials?
No, we're millennials. They're something else.
Well, these goddamn these
whatever these damn demons.
These 2K babies.
They're not even that. 2K is what's going and.
No. Because think about it. The kids we're talking about, like between that 15 age, they 2000 baby, 2K baby.
The current teenagers nowadays.
These motherfuckers here.
These goddamn demons.
These demons, goddamn. It's just like
It's so much shit that goes on that I don't approve of.
Right.
Like, don't get me. Like when I was little, my parents always taught me, if somebody hits you. You hit them right back. But see, I've been seeing so many fucking videos online of these girls like punching dudes in the fucking face. And and then when the dudes retaliate or whatever, everybody wants to jump down the dude's throat like he's wrong. Like, no, he is defending himself. Right. Like, this is a saying that I strongly do live by, and this is probably going to make some people mad, but this is just something that I live by.
Whoop that trick.
No, if he...
I would, if you try to...
No. Here's the thing. If he or she wants to throw punches like a man,
you get beat like a man.
Like a man. Like, if you was bold enough to throw that punch, you better be bold enough to catch one back. And that's just real shit. Like, if you don't want, like, that type of stuff, don't go around. First of all...
Wait, don't even... No, I don't want you to finish that because that's a different discussion for a different day. Discussion for a different day.
I'm just bringing this back to the whole thing. It always starts at home, though.
Right.
Like, people need, like, the proper examples of what it is at home. Like, how you're supposed... I won't say how you're supposed to be in every society because society is different all across the world. What's socially acceptable here is fucking crazy over there. Like, the way parenting is over here, like now in like this day and age with the way teenagers and shit act.
Is kids raising kids.
Yeah, that's because
you see a 20-year-old trying to bring up.
Wait a minute, I'm talking about these 16 and pregnant motherfuckers.
Oh, those dumb bitches. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, and even parents. No, it's like and even parents who are our age who still act like having your kids dressed in the freshest pair of J's and shit means something, or constantly gossiping and talking bad about people who don't have the same stuff that they have or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, think about this. You remember when we were growing up?
Yeah.
It was when grown folks talking, you leave the room.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that way we wouldn't, because kids are impressionable.
Yes. They'll pick up what they hear and go out there and repeat it. And
so I think that's a problem.
Inside the school, teachers like, what? Let me call your parents. You said what? Pop, pop, pop. When you get home.
Yeah. Think about it like this. Let me say this. We would talk. Grown folks talking. Leave the room. Shut the fuck up. Don't repeat what we say.
Yes.
People, the adults, the parents, quote unquote. These days, they say whatever the fuck they want around their kids. Mm-hmm. And then when their kids say it, it's like, where the fuck did you learn that from?
Let's go back a day or two.
Let's rewind to Wednesday, 3 drinks in and 1 blunt.
I would like
you was talking about
house like Big Brother.
Right.
To see if everyone can just if one family can consent to that. And we would really see a bird's eye view of how people would be parenting kids inside their house, how we speaking about it right now.
Right.
I think everybody would just go 360 degrees and change their whole makeup.
You mean 180?
I say 360, full fucking circle.
Full circle.
Full circle.
But
not
see,
180.
that's the problem though, because then they just go all the way back to the beginning of how it started off. That's why you're supposed to say 180.
Okay, what about this?
Whatever.
What about this? What about this topic right here? Disciplining kids.
Okay.
Okay, let me say.
Speaking on which half of disciplining?
Let's think. Okay, you know how you just got these badass kids running around because their parents don't want to whoop them. Because
speaking of which, sorry to interrupt, that little trick over there across the hallway hitting my goddamn stomach. She need her ass whooped. The mom need her ass whooped because I was about to stomp a mud on that little girl.
Okay, so moving on.
You don't punch a grown man who thinking you talking to him. Who the hell taught you that shit?
Okay, so
but
if you're in this room and you got some type of discipline where it was a smack on the hand, a beating, if you did something totally bad, say I. So kids these days don't get that because they're afraid of parents. Parents are afraid. Oh, I can't put my hand on these kids because the cops or whatever. You know.
My mom had the cops on speed dial. Like, here, you want to call them? I dare you. I'll beat you before they get here.
That's 90s and under shit. Remember that. That's 90s and under shit. We're talking about this new age shit where I don't want to put. Okay, let me simplify this.
Okay,
whoopings versus timeout.
Timeouts don't work. Beating that child's ass. They learn it quicker. It's like a fucking amiibo. You teach it once, they'll learn this shit. You tap, it's gonna learn, right?
Wait, no, it's a two-way.
Video game reference.
It's a two-way street from that too, because going on what another one of my old college professors told me, she was like, the reason why you have kids who are like 5 and 6 years old and they are just so well behaved is because they got beatings when like they were 2 and 3 when they first like. You know, like when like they're in that age where they like try to like test you and see what they can and can't get away with.
Yeah, exactly. And then, instead of timeout.
Yeah, because it's like, my dad, he always does this even to this day. Mm-hmm. Like, I was not allowed to touch the stove, right? Like, if there was something like cooking on that stove and I touched that stove, my dad would be like, "Don't touch the stove," and then just smack me on the hand, right? Mm-hmm. And then after that, I wouldn't do the shit no more.
That's what I said earlier about.
But see, it also depends on what age the kid is at too, because after a certain point, it's kind of pretty much like too late for that type of stuff.
I say,
and then you have to start doing something else,
exactly.
Right? And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you just like. I'm not saying just haul off and just beat the shit out of your kids. Please don't ever do that, right?
I don't know about that.
Now, if they're like 18 and 19.
They raise a hand to you, like they about to whoop your ass.
Oh, then we gotta throw them hands. But
you put on them gloves.
But I mean, like, that's like if they're like a teenage. But I'm saying, like, if they're going through like that badass rebellious teenage phase that some teenagers just go through or whatever, then I'm sorry. If you're my child and you thinking you a bad motherfucker and you think that you just finna like what Richard Pryor said when he got so tired of his daddy whooping his ass, and he's like, "I'm tired of shit," and he squared up, and his dad just laughed and like, "Huh? So you think you a man now, huh, motherfucker?" And then he said he punched him in the stomach one time, and he never did that shit again. Right. And he was a teenager when that happened. Okay, but if like they're like really little, like 5 and 6 years old, it's like when they're like 2 and 3. And this is what my old college professor told me. When like they're 2 and 3, it's usually the beatings that they don't remember that stick with them because it's like, okay, I know if I do something bad, then, you know, I remember the feeling of like getting my hand hit or getting my ass hit or whatever they hit you out of, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So that's why a lot of kids, like, they know, like, they were disciplined at a young age, so it was instilled into them. So then that way, as they, like, grew up, they knew what they could and couldn't do.
But that's not happening today.
I know it's not happening today because there's so many fucking idiots. I blame this.
I think they're afraid of, you know how if someone sees a bruise or a welt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're afraid that somebody's
First of all, you shouldn't be.
The teacher would get involved.
But see, first of all, you shouldn't be whooping your child's ass that motherfucking bad for them.
Well,
to be
sometimes kids are just
kids are a little fragile now.
They're fragile. It's like, what?
I mean, look
my
at all
first
the
question would
kids
be
out here nowadays. Not saying anything wrong with that. Interracial love is cool, but sometimes they come out lighter than the goddamn paper they write on. You hit them one fucking time, you see red.
Yeah.
You see blue. You see all the fucking colors of the goddamn color spectrum on that goddamn body, okay?
Goddamn American flag, they ass.
You goddamn right. I mean, shit. Look like goddamn Olympics in there and shit. Every fucking color. But that's the thing. They're afraid of hitting them because of the repercussion after it. My parents were not afraid. No. Parents nowadays just need to buckle down and be like, look, we told you. If you say at least 3 times, I had a 3-strike rule sometimes.
I think 3 strikes. That's
that's
generous. That's generous.
No, sorry, that was my grandfather. My grandfather loved me because he rarely saw me. That was my grandfather's rule. My father's rule, I tell you once, that's it. You keep fucking up, you get in that belt, you get in that hand, you get a punch to your chest. That's why this plate, you hear that? My father put on fucking rings and beat the fucking wind out of me one good time. That's the thing kids don't get these days.
But see, it's also, not only is it also discipline, but it's also how you treat your kids too. Mm-hmm. Some people think that if, like, some parents
have some compassion.
Here's my thing.
A parent have some compassion, please.
Here's my thing. If you have a kid, some people think that if you instill like some type of like fear into your child, they'll obey you and listen to you. That's not gonna work because eventually they're gonna overcome that fear. That calls
rebellion.
And they're just gonna rebel and just do what the fuck they want to do. Also, being like too overbearing about things. Yeah. Like this is how it is. Like with my grandma. That is the sweetest woman in the world.
I've yet to meet her.
Sweetest woman in the world. But that's another story for another day. Like my grandma, that is the sweetest woman in the world, right? Mm-hmm. No matter what, I can go to that lady for anything, right? And just because of how well she, like helped raise me and treat me when I was a child, which is why I'd never have to ask that woman for anything because of like the stuff that she taught me, like, as a child, and how she helped out, like, my family, like, raising me and stuff when, like, I was, like, a baby and everything. It's, like, I could never bring myself to ask that lady for anything, like, material in life, because the stuff that she, like, like, the values that she helped instill in me and, like, teach me and all that, that'll always outweigh everything else, number one. And then number two, she was such a kind woman that it was, like, nobody could be mean to her or give her a hard time because of how nice she was to everybody. Now, all I'm saying, being not, like, when you're a parent, don't try to instill fear in your child, but don't be so overbearing too. Right. Be caring and have that balance. Like, know when it's time to discipline them and know when it's time to, be loving and caring towards them too.
You need to teach your kids when to be respectful. It's like there's a middle ground, like how she would say it's the middle ground. You can't have your kids on lockdown, but you can't be too nice at the same time. It's that middle ground. It's like you can have your fun, but you start getting wrong, you need to know there's a consequence.
There's that limit.
Right.
And you pushing that limit.
Right.
You need to sit the fuck down before you go past that limit.
And like we were saying earlier, too many parents want to be their kids' friends these days. And it's like you can't do that.
When they find that friendship barrier, then they're able to walk all over you and you end up on Maury.
Yep.
And then they try to like play on that.
They try to use that to their advantage.
Yeah.
And they talk to you any old way. You out in public. And they telling you what to do. Other parents and people older than you, older adults are looking like.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna tell you. No, and then you get into this situation where we talking about you're your friend to your kid, and then they start being out in public, being a little badass, and like I'm gonna tell your mama, my mama don't give a fuck. My mama do this. Let me do this shit.
And then it's just like, well, damn, now what?
And then your kid dead in jail, and you like, I wonder what happened.
That's like,
and that's the way our generation is going. Well, this next generation is going.
Yes. You know what's hilarious about that? Did y'all remember the video of the girl on World Star who had the little boy jacked up like this because he tried to rob her daughter?
Oh yeah,
and she yoked him out. She yoked that little nigga out his tail. Yes. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
You are not gonna get over on that.
And then she said something too. She was like, "See, you the little motherfucker who gonna wind up dead or something, and your mama be on the camera and shit talking about my baby didn't do nothing." Oh yes, the fuck he did. He out here robbing people and shit, thinking ain't nothing gonna happen to him.
You gonna rob my daughter? I remember that shit.
Because the second video that they showed was her news interview, right? Mm-hmm. And then they ran like the boy's information. He was only like 15.
He was younger. He was less than 16.
In and out of jail like 10 times in his life. And I was like, okay.
That little boy was a badass. And that's really the point we're trying to say.
That's really like where a lot of these kids is going because people don't know how to be parents no more.
Well, I think we need to wrap this up now because our main topic was common sense, which I think we kind of hit, but it really turned into Parenting 101.
Oh my god!
It turned into Parenting.
Hey, relabel this type of common sense / parenting. It's
just gonna be Parenting 101 because that's all we did. Because what we're trying to say is when your kids end up dead or in jail, you wondering why. Listen to this podcast.
You did not instill common sense. No common sense.
No values.
You just got your kid out here.
I mean, the guidance counselor only do so much. The teacher only has 8 hours a day.
See, the guidance counselor and the teacher ain't gonna do. Guidance
counselor can't do it.
Here's the problem.
Sunday school can't do it.
Here's the problem with a lot of teachers and guidance counselors nowadays. Teachers don't give a fuck. They just give you a pack and say, "All right, you can do this. Get the fuck out of my face."
Exactly.
Thank you, and then just mark yes or no.
So with that, we're gonna wrap this up. Once again, Xenolore will be linked in the description below. Check his YouTube out, his Twitter, his Instagram, and all that good stuff.
I will be an Elgato, so y'all can watch me do some stupid shenanigans, and I will have a daily vlog because my life needs to be seen. I really need to show you.
All right.
Please, with you two in this room and Thomas and what goes on in your daily lives, they would like to see the behind the scenes of the YouTube stars. Come on now. So I don't get that shit.
Jesus Christ.
Anyways, if you want to follow me, first of all, if you enjoyed this topic and you want to leave some comments down below how you feel about this, please leave them below. Like this video, share it out with your friends so they can join in on this discussion, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to follow me on anything other than YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, and more, linked in the description below. And with all that being said,
you sound like an auctioneer when you just ran off all your
so
stuff.
Much better at this because back then it used to be like and gaps and shit. Trying to remember.
Damn, am I forgetting something? Yes. Oh, damn. My Snapchat.
It's progression. It's growth. Anyways, I am the average gamer Shawn with these assholes,
yes,
and I am out of here.